Chapter 31, Number 0 Serial Identity is announced, Jun Wanjie is dissatisfied. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Jun Xuehuang came back to his senses, and felt that it was inappropriate for him to do it in public, and loosened Jiang Luoli's waist. Jiang Luoli blushed like a drop of blood, and she couldn't show herself anymore. Woo, I was spanked in public. Jiang Luoli jumped directly into Jiang Xingyi's arms and buried his head in it, like a little ostrich. She is the jewel in the palm of the Jiang family, the eldest daughter of Xuanhuan. She would feel ashamed of being treated like this. Jiang Xingyi touched Jiang Luoli's little head, and couldn't help but glance at the charming Bai Lai Jun. My nephew, although he looks like a fairy and handsome, like a fairy, but it seems a bit bad too, was given a white look by Jiang Xingyi, but it made Jun Xuehuang notice the nominal ant. Huh? Is that kind of fluctuation really a congenital womb? Jun Xuehuang's eyes dimmed, and he muttered to himself. Jiang Ro had already told Jun Xuehuang before, Jiang Luoli is the jewel in the palm of the Jiang family. She has a rare Yuan Ling Dao body, and she can rank in the top 103,000 physiques, and Jiang Xingyi, the goddess of the Jiang family, carries a rarer congenital fetus. This kind of physique is actually no weaker than the ancient Eucharist. The ancient sacred body, the congenital womb. It is rumored that a long time ago, there was a great emperor who touched the realm of immortality, possessing a supreme physique, innate sacramental body. Jun Xuehuang's eyes changed, and he didn't think anymore. At this time, Jun Wanjie stepped out and cleared his throat and said, "Thank you all for your grandchildren's banquet. At this banquet today, my family has one more thing to announce." When he said this, Jun Wanjie's face became solemn and very formal. What is going on? Seeing Jun Wanjie's serious expression, everyone was surprised. Presumably you also know that my Jun family has 10 major sequences, each of which is the best, but above the 10 major sequences, there is another position. Jun Wanjie's words made everyone in the hall condensed, and then their expressions suddenly changed as if thinking of something. The two sequences of Jun Wanjie and Jun Xuehuang also thought of something, and suddenly stood up. Their expressions were shocked and incredible. Jun Wanjie's expression became even more condensed. My Jun family, God Z Jun Xuehuang, will be Jun family's 0 number sequence, and its status will be above the top 10 sequences. Fell, and the scene was silent. Everyone is shocked. What the 0 number sequence means, everyone knows, because of the 0 number sequence of the previous generation of the Jun family. He is the father of Jun Xuehuang. The white-clothed Wang Jun has no regrets. The news announced by Jun Wanjie was like a huge rock falling into the ocean, setting off a huge wave. It is conceivable that after this news spreads today, the entire wild heaven and immortal realm will be a sensation. After all, the 0 number sequence of Jun's family is of extraordinary significance. If there are no accidents, he will grow up in the future. He will be the core figure of the Jun family, and the pillar-like existence. Even the first sequence, in terms of status, is slightly weaker than the 0 sequence. Xuehuang clan brother is already in the default 0 sequence. Jun Wanjie took a deep breath, suppressing his shock. Because of him, he thought that after Jun Xuehuang was 10 years old, he might join the sequence competition. As a result, people don't have to join the competition at all, and it has been set as the 0 sequence early on. Although Jun Wanjie was shocked, he was not jealous. After all, he has personally experienced Jun Xuehuang's strength, and he is indeed qualified to become the 0 sequence. Unexpectedly, the child is already in the 0 sequence. Jun Xuehuang's chest was up and down, and he was also surprised, and that Jun Wanjie, his fist clenched tightly. There seemed to be a vast intertwining of thunder and light in his eyes, indicating his inner unrest. Why? Jun Wanjie said coldly, Jun Xuehuang can get what he has to work hard to get. I don't care if I am a child of God. Now even the supreme serial number 0 identity is directly given to Jun Xuehuang. Such a arrogant as Jun Wanjie, just competing for a sequence identity, has gone through many hard tests, and finally stood out among the many princes. Jun Wanjie is unwilling, unfair, and unhappy. Jun Wanjie glanced around, looked at the awe in shock, and nodded in satisfaction. This is the effect he wants. After the 10-year-old banquet, it's time for Jun Xuehuang to join the world. Before entering the WTO, the Jun family wanted to build momentum for Jun Xuehuang, serial number 0 identity is undoubtedly the fastest way to make Jun Xiaoyao famous. Is this to let the son inherit the inheritance of his father? Many people looked at Jun Xiaoyao's eyes and began to change. Jun Xiaoyao's father, Jun Wuhui, was in the 0 sequence of the previous generation, and now he has also become the 0 sequence. Just being a son of God makes Jun Xiaoyao too expensive. Now add the 0 number serial identity. Double identities are superimposed. I am afraid that not many people dare to provoke Jun Xiaoyao. Brother Xiaoyao is still the 0 sequence. Jiang Luoli put her small face out of Jiang Xingyi's arms and blinked. One of her most admired characters is Jun Xiaoyao's father, the white-clothed Wang Junwugi. Now that Jun Xiaoyao has inherited his father's inheritance, it is even more charming that Jun Xiaoyao is the next king in white clothes. But brother Xiaoyao spanked me, and said I was short, so bad. Jiang Luoli muttered, although she is a little bit angry with Jun Xiaoyao, she is really handsome if she can't stand Jun Xiaoyao, regardless of strength, status, background, appearance, almost unparalleled in the world. Jiang Luoli can't get rid of the law of true fragrance. Jiang Ro showed a trace of reminiscence and emotion in her eyes, muttering to herself, no regrets. Have you seen it? Our children have now become the 0 sequence. Just when all the forces were in shock, a cold voice sounded. Clan elders, I have a question below. Upon hearing this voice, the expressions of both Jun Zhanjian and Jun Xuehuang changed. Jun Zhanjian also cast his eyes, and then secretly frowned. www.readwn.com. The person who made the sound was not someone else, it was the 5th sequence, Jun Wanjie. Jun Xiaoyao's gaze is also staring, his face blank, the identity of the 0 number sequence. He must. If Jun Wanjie does not know each other, Jun Xiaoyao will not give in. What's the problem with you? Jun Zhanjian said lightly. Dare to ask Jun Xiaoyao, have you ever participated in sequence competition? Jun Wanjie asked in a deep voice. Never. Jun Zhanjian replied. Dare to ask Jun Xiaoyao, did you make a significant contribution to the family? Jun Wanjie continued to ask. Never. Jun Zhanjian's face sank. Jun Xiaoyao has not yet entered the world to walk. How can he create merits for the Jun family? Dare to ask Jun Xiaoyao, have you ever passed 5 levels, beheaded 6 generals, and won the rank by yourself? Jun Wanjie asked 3 times in a row. Never. Jun Zhanjian's voice was slightly cold. If people from other forces questioned this way, Jun Zhanjian would have slapped him out, but the person who made the voice is the 5th sequence of the Jun family. If you act on him, the Jun family's face will not be able to survive. If this is the case, how can Jun Xiaoyao and how can he become the 0 sequence for no reason? Jun Wanjie suddenly stood up and asked harshly. The violent thunder and lightning flashes in his eyes endlessly. Around, the atmosphere is dead. Rao is Jun Zhanjian, and for a while, he couldn't say much. While in such a dead silence, Jun Xiaoyao stepped out 1 step and stood with his hands behind him, as if he was in white clothes and was in the dust. Since you have so many questions, then Jun will tell you. The 0 serial identity was given by the 18 ancestors. He did this because he trusted me. With me, the emperor of the Jun family will not come out. Chapter 32, Uninvited Guest. Long Haotian is here, but just a few loach. You are listening at novelfull.audio. With me, the Emperor Heshou won't leave the house. Jun Xiaoyao's words are magnificent, like swallowing thousands of miles of mountains and rivers. The whole hall, and even the entire Jun family, seem to echo the words of Jun Xiaoyao. At the moment, the faces of all the major influences who came to the banquet are all solidified. Rumbling. 9 days of wind and cloud change color, thunder is rolling. It seems that they are echoing this sentence of Jun Xiaoyao. Words are not just talking nonsense, some words will bear great cause and effect. The son of the Jun family, there is invincible spirit. Listening to the words of the Son of God, does he have the confidence to become the emperor? This world's emperor road, interesting. Many older generations of strong people are sighing, and the beauties of the major forces are also shaken by Jun Xiaoyao's words. Which beauty does not want to be a hero? Big man, be like this. Princess Dasheng exclaimed that her heart had already fallen. As for Jiang Luoli, the corners of her mouth are almost flowing down, and she does not have the image of the pearl in the palm of the Jiang family. Jun Xiaoyao did not care about the gazes of others, but looked down on Jun Wanjie with condescending eyes, and said lightly, "This answer, are you satisfied?" Jun Xiaoyao asked a rhetorical question, causing Jun Wanjie to choke his throat, his cheeks calm, and he couldn't say anything to refute. Because of his talent, even he was almost stunned by Jun Xiaoyao's invincible spirit, and at this moment, in the depths of Jun's house, an old voice faintly spread a word. "It is good." The word changed the expressions of everyone suddenly. "It's the 18th ancestor." Jun Zhantian's tone trembled slightly. 18th ancestor is an ancestor-level figure of the Jun family, so he does not show up easily. The last time he appeared, it was when Jun Xiaoyao was born. This time, although the 18th ancestor still did not show up, but that good word is obviously admiring Jun Xiaoyao, and it is bold, proving Dao Qingdi. Not everyone dares to boast about going to Haikao like this. Even some top talents will feel guilty and unsure. Hearing the 18th ancestors have spoken, what else can Jun Wanjie say? Even if his character is cold, arrogant and domineering, and if he gives him 100 courage, he will not dare to confront the 18th ancestor. It's a disrespectful misfortune. There are other things. Let's say goodbye. Jun Wanjie glanced at Jun Xiaoyao coldly, then turned around and left without any hesitation. He continues to stay here, it will only add to his heart. Jun Zhantian saw this, his face was a little slow. Although this Jun Wanjie has a somewhat surly and arrogant character, but fortunately he is not a fool. He is considered general. If he is not reconciled, and finally fights with Jun Xiaoyao on the spot, then he will lose the face of the Jun family. Jun Xiaoyao looked at the back of Jun Wanjie's departure, thinking about his cold eyes just now. He knew that Jun Wanjie was still unwilling. Even if he gives up temporarily, he will be troubled in the future. Jun Wanjie, I hope you don't be as stupid as Xiao Chen, otherwise, even if you are Jun's family, I won't keep any hands. Jun Xiaoyao muttered to himself, any obstacle that stands in front of him will be smoothed, whether this obstacle comes from the outside world or from within the family. With the departure of Jun Wanjie, the atmosphere of the entire hall returned to its original state. Congratulations to the Son of God. Jun Xuehuang stood up and raised his glass to Jun Xiaoyao. She is not hostile to Jun Xiaoyao like Jun Wanjie. At best she is a little envious. Thank you. Jun Xiaoyao smiled and raised his glass in return. Know the general people, he has always appreciated. Congratulations to the Son of God. Jun Zhanjian also stood up to congratulate him. He didn't call Jun Xiaoyao the Xiaoyao clan brother anymore, because he knew that he no longer had that qualification, the identity of the child of God plus the zero number sequence. In the younger generation of Jun family, no one should have a higher status than Jun Xiaoyao. Even if it is the first sequence that has been in retreat, or the second sequence, the third sequence and others who have been practicing outside, their status is not as good as Jun Xiaoyao. I really don't know, what kind of attitude would they have if they knew that the Xiaoyao clan had become the zero sequence? Jun Zhanjian thought to himself, although they are both in the Jun family sequence, Jun Zhanjian faces the top-ranked sequences, and he doesn't even have the courage to draw the sword. Can become a character in the first few sequences of the Jun family. None of them are simple generations. If they are not with a heavy pupil, they have some kind of taboo inheritance. Jun Xiaoyao naturally knows that those sequences are not simple, but he believes that with his natural strength, any trouble will be settled. Next, the banquet continued. Jun Xiaoyao is thinking about why the system has not prompted to sign in, and just at this moment, a voice with arrogance and cold play suddenly sounded in the sky outside the Juanjie mountain gate. The son of the Jun family, the tone is really rampant. I don't know if your strength is worthy of your tone. Hearing this voice, everyone in the hall trembled. Who is this voice? Dare to say this at the 10-year-old banquet of the son of the Jun family. Finding death is not such a way to die. Outside the hall, many people from the forces looked at the sky outside the hall, but seeing the sky in the distance, a flood dragon with blue wings on its back crossed the sky, and a group of people stood on it. Has double horns on the head, or wings on the back, or has scales on its body. It doesn't look like a human at first glance. A young man headed by, dressed in a golden costume, with 2 dragon horns growing on his head, looked arrogant and arrogant. The words of talent just came from his mouth. That is, the ancient royal family, the dragon's son of the ancestral dragon nest. A powerful old man took a deep breath. The primordial royal family, that is a superpower comparable to the ancient family, the supreme great religion, and the immortal gods. Yu reading www.yuukangshu.com. The ancient emperor of the ancient royal family is enough to rival the human emperor. Even in some eras, the ancient emperor dominated the immortal realm, standing on top of billions of creatures. Ancestral dragon nest is the top power in the primordial royal family, and it ranks alongside the top royal families such as Wanhuangling Mountain and Qilin Ancient Cave. And now, the dragon's son of the ancestral dragon nest unexpectedly came to the 10-year-old banquet of the son of the Jun family. As long as you're not a fool, you should know that those who come to the ancestral dragon nest are not good, and those who are good do not. Some people think of the grievances between Youlong's nest and Jun's family, and their eyes can't help but shine. It seems that today, we are going to see another good show. Ancestral Dragon Nest. Jun Xuehuang muttered to himself. He heard Jun Wanjie mention this force. Ancestral Dragon Nest is regarded as a hostile force of the Jun family. In this life, Ancestral Dragon Nest has borne a taboo first-generation Long Haotian who is pregnant with the blood of the Emperor Dragon. Of course, the Jun family sequence has also abused and killed the Qingya in the Ancestral Dragon Nest. The two forces are incompatible. Even his father, the white-clothed King Wugui, had tortured and killed a quasi-superior in the Ancestral Dragon's Nest when he was in the realm of the saint. That was the battle of Jun Wugui's fame. It's really bad luck. Jun Wanjie's face was solemn. It's impossible for them to invite Youlong's nest to a banquet. Why, the dignified ancient family, don't you even dare to let people enter? Long Haotian said in a frantic tone. As soon as these words came out, the sequence of Jun Wanjie, Jun Xuehuang, etc., all burst into anger. This ancestral dragon nest Longzi is really arrogant. Grandpa, let them in, just a few loaches. Jun Xuehuang stood with his hands in his hands, his expression calm and indifferent. Chapter 33, Really an Old Picker. Lan Qingya died in one palm. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Jun Xuehuang did not evade, but said it directly. As soon as he said this, all the monks in the audience were stunned, and then sighed. Deserves to be the son of the king's family. Dare to say that the dragon's son of the ancestral dragon's nest is a loach. Long Haotian's ears are not deaf, and he obviously heard what Jun Xuehuang said. His eyes narrowed slightly, and a cold light flashed. The purpose of his coming this time is to make the Jun family feel sick. At the 10-year-old banquet of the son of the Jun family, he stepped on the feet of the son of the Jun family to promote the prestige of the ancestral dragon nest. After all, before, the reputation of Youlong's nest was not very good. The ancestor dragon's nest was torn to the quasi-superior in the realm of a saint without regrets, and the ancestral dragon's nest became the laughingstock of the ridiculous fairyland. Although no power dared to talk in front of the people in the ancestral dragon nest, they were taunting the ancestral dragon nest secretly. Therefore, Long Haotian also wanted to give a tooth for a tooth, stepping on the offspring of Jun Wugui under his feet, and Long Haotian also has this confidence. He has merged a dragon Yuan, although it is not fully refined, but it is enough to stand on top of the young generation. Except for a few Qingya supreme, he is not afraid of anyone. Under Jun Wanjie's acquiescence, the doorman of Jun's house did not prevent Long Haotian and others from entering. In addition to Long Haotian, some young Qingya from the primordial family also followed. Although the Taiku royal family is a little weaker, it is also a top power. Unlike Long Haotian, these primordial royal clan creatures still feel a little guilty in their hearts. After all, the Jun's family is a wild ancient family and has a reputation outside. It can be regarded as one of the most famous and prosperous ancient family. Their actions are tantamount to provocation, but with Long Haotian standing in front of him, these primordial royal clan creatures still settled their minds. When the sky fell, there was a high bear. What are they afraid of? Here, Jun Xuehuang's gaze is faint, and he swept across Long Haotian and others. Suddenly, he found a slightly familiar figure. A woman with a blue dress and a charming face followed Long Haotian, her eyes faintly spiteful, staring at Jun Xuehuang and Jun Linglong. Is her? Jun Xuehuang raised his eyebrows slightly. he saw a figure that he thought he would never see again. "It's you, Lan Qingya, what's going on?" That on the other side, after Jun Xuehuang's gaze swept over, his face was slightly surprised, and he couldn't help but shout, didn't he expel Lan Qingya from Jun's house, but why did he appear next to Long Haotian now? Hearing Jun Xuehuang's scolding, the corner of Long Haotian's mouth suddenly stirred up a hint of playfulness. In front of Jun Xuehuang, he stretched out his hand and provoked Lan Qingya's white chin, and said provocatively, "What are you talking about? She is my slave girl now, don't you think so?" "Yes, Qingya is Master Longzi's slave girl." Lan Qingya obediently said. "You bitch." Jun Xuehuang's black hair fluttered, his face was cold, his eyes flashed with killing intent. Because he missed the feelings of the past, he just drove away Lan Qingya without making any difficulties. As a result, Lan Qingya is now attracting people from the ancestral dragon nest. You need to know that her previous identity was a follower of Jun Xuehuang. When this kind of thing happened, how would the senior members of the Jun family treat him? Plus, Long Haotian borrowed the advantage of Lan Qingya to slap the monarch's face. Where did he put his sword's face? Jun Xuehuang's heart sank when he thought of this. From the corner of his eyes, he has already seen faintly, and the faces of the old family members are a little calm. This kind of contest of the younger generation, their older generation is not easy to intervene, it will fall into fame. Damn, if this matter is not handled properly, my serial identity may not be preserved. Jun Xuehuang clenched his fist tightly. Just as Jun Xuehuang's face changed from time to time, Jun Xiaoyao stepped out in a calm tone. Unexpectedly, Longzi from Youlong's nest still has this hobby. Hobby? Long Haotian frowned and looked at Jun Xiaoyao. This handsome and disrespectful boy is the target he wants to step on today. I didn't expect you to have a hobby of picking up worn shoes. You are willing to accept and tolerate people whom I don't want in the family sequence. You are really an old man. Jun Xiaoyao is an understatement, but when he heard this, Long Haotian's eyes stared, his face immediately turned green, and he became extremely ugly. Doesn't this mean that Long Haotian is picking up garbage that others don't want? Lan Qingya's face was also pale as paper, her fingers trembling with shame and anger. There is no woman who wants to be called a broken shoe by others. Jun Xiaoyao's simple 2 sentences immediately turned the situation over. It was Long Haotian who wanted to humiliate the Jun family sequence, but now, he is actually laughed at. Many people from the surrounding forces did not dare to laugh at Long Haotian on the face, but they also showed ridicule and contempt in their eyes. The Son of God. Jun Xuehuang's heart was shocked. Jun Xiaoyao is helping him out. When I thought of this, Jun Xuehuang looked at Jun Xiaoyao, with a faint gratitude. Jun Xiaoyao's words resolved his embarrassment and crisis. It's all my family, don't say anything extra. Jun Xiaoyao smiled lightly, the king nodded his head heavily, but he had a decision in his heart. Jun Xiaoyao deserves his allegiance to follow. The son is really unfathomable, and in a few words, he resolved the predicament of the sword. Jun Xuehuang whispered in his heart. Jun Xiaoyao's intelligence on the spot is not like what a 10-year-old should have. Wow, I saw the other side of brother Xiaoyao. Jiang Luoli exclaimed, Jun Xiaoyao not only looks like an immortal, but also has great strength. EQ and wisdom are also outstanding. In a few words, Zulong Chao Longzi was ashamed and speechless, and his face was lost. Humph, Yu reading www.yuukangshu.com. The descendants of Jun Wugue will only take advantage of their tongues, that's a bit disappointing. Long Haotian's face was gloomy as water. That's right, isn't it just the ancient Eucharist? I really think I'm invincible in the world, and in front of Lord Longzi, it's nothing more than you. Lan Qingya also said bitterly, with Long Haotian behind her back, she also dared to speak. It's just a worm, do you dare to make noise? Jun Xiaoyao said with indifferent eyes. In his eyes, Lan Qingya was already a dead person, but it was the difference between dying sooner or later. Since Lan Qingya is so anxious to reincarnate, Jun Xiaoyao can only fulfill her, rumbling. Jun Xiaoyao raised his hand, and the endless golden divine energy surged and turned into a giant palm, directly killing Xiang Lan Qingya. This sudden move exceeded everyone's expectations. Dare to shoot in front of my face, it's crazy. Long Haotian's eyes stood up immediately, like golden dragon eyes. He wants to make a move to protect Lan Qingya. The Son of God wants to kill, no one can stop it. Jun Xuehuang's voice was as cold as a god. He raised his other hand, and thousands of magical soldiers rushed out. The torrent of the gods pours towards Long Haotian, causing his expression to change suddenly. Jun Xuehuang's strength exceeded his expectations, rumbling. In the eyes of many forces in the quartet, Long Haotian's figure suddenly retreated, his arms trembled, and a hint of horror appeared in his eyes. At this moment, the golden mana palm is already pressing on Lan Qingya's head. No. Lord Ryuko, save me. Lan Qingya's face was pale as paper, her beautiful eyes showed extreme panic, and she let out a scream, but as the golden palm fell, the scream stopped abruptly. Chapter 34, The Jun family battles the ancient royal family. Long Haotian assaults Jun Xuehuang. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Boom. The golden mana palm, like the same angle of the sky, presses down. Accompanied by a hairy clicking sound, blood burst from under the golden palm. That blood even splashed on Long Haotian's body, making him full of blood. Dumbfounded. Shocked. At this moment, all the people in the power are silent. They didn't expect that Jun Xuehuang would be so overbearing. He would directly shoot if he didn't agree with him, slapped Lan Qingya to death, and still in front of Long Haotian. Many interested people also noticed, Jun Xuehuang casually moved Long Haotian back, although there are factors that Long Haotian caught off guard. Since he was repelled by a single blow, it has clearly explained some problems. As the mana palm dissipated, only a mass of flesh was left in place, which was disgusting, was a beauty at the last moment, and immediately turned into a mass of minced meat. This contrast is too sharp. Many people look at Jun Xuehuang with a sense of awe. This son of God is really decisive. Even if it is a woman, he can't kill him. Only in this way can he have the demeanor of a god. If he is the one who is merciful when he sees a woman, it will make people look down upon him. Some old antiques of big powers whispered one after another. Jun Xuehuang's performance does not lose his identity as the son of the Jun family and the zero sequence. You, damn it. Long Hao's eyes were full of anger, and there was a sense of horror in his eyes. Fang Kai Jun Xuehuang just stopped him with a random move, but Long Haotian felt an almost irresistible power. As an ancestor dragon nest dragon son, in terms of physical body, he is among the top talents, and Jun Xuehuang's random blow made his arms tremble, and there was a faint feeling of fragmentation. This monarch Xuehuang, even if it is the ancient sacrament, the physical body cannot be so strong. Long Haotian's face was gloomy, and his heart was cold. At this time, several Taiku royal family Tianjiao who followed Long Haotian stepped out and shouted angrily. My deity, you are really despicable. You dare to attack suddenly. That is, if it wasn't for you to make a sudden move, how could Lord Longzi be shaken back? Obviously, these Taiku royal family Tianjiao are saving Long Haotian's face. Presumptuous, my prince's son, how can you group of ants criticize at will? Jun's sword fluttered, his long sword soared into the air behind him, holding it in his hand, a terrifying sword intent spread. Today's Jun Xuehuang is like a benefactor to Jun Wanjie. Jun Xuehuang relieved him, and the Jun sword would naturally have to retaliate. Jun Xuehuang also moved out gently, the ice-blue pupils seemed to be filled with chill. At my Jun's house, you don't have the qualifications to be presumptuous. For a time, the young Tianjiao of the Taiku royal family confronted the emperor's sequence, fighting intent, murderous. Here, Jun Xuehuang stands with his hands in his hands, his face is indifferent, while Jun Wanjie and Jun Xuehuang are in awe. On the other side, Long Hao was bloody, and his eyes were filled with gloom. A group of people from the primordial royal family around are also very motivated. Let me Niu Dingtian come here for a while. What kind of ability does this supernatural son of the Jun family have? A tall, hunky young man stepped out. There are 2 black horns on his head, and every time he takes a step, the ground seems to be shaking. That person is the young and powerful Niu Dingtian of the primordial royal family Niu Mozhan. It is rumored that he once used one enemy 10 to block 10 people of the human race. The young Tianjiao of many forces whispered, this is a well-known Taiku royal family Tianjiao. Only you are not qualified to fight against the gods. Jun flicked his sword with a sword, and a sword came out. What about the son of the Jun family, and the zero sequence? Today's banquet will be a shame to your Jun family. A beauty with wings on her back makes her move. She is the proud daughter of the primordial royal family and the feather race. My family, how can any cat or dog provoke me? Jun Xuehuang's tone was indifferent. She raised her hand, and the endless cold air around her condensed into ice and snow spears. In addition, there are some well-known creatures of the primordial royal family who also shot at the same time. For a time, the mana surged, the gods swept the sky, the void exploded, and the four directions vibrated. The sequence of the two monarchs, the King's Sword and the King's Snow Phoenix, is blocking the princes of the ancient royal family. 9 swords of the rising sun, that the king holds the sword body and the sword heart is bright, and any sword skill can be cultivated to the highest level. His 9 swords broke through the air, like 9 gods slashing down. A creature of the ancient royal family was torn apart on the spot and died suddenly. Jun Xuehuang's whole body, cold air flowing, ice and snow spears pierced through, a royal creature screamed, and the whole body was penetrated. The Jun family sequence, so strong, that the guests of many forces could not help but exclaim, this banquet, the most eye-catching person is naturally Jun Xiaoyao, but the sovereign sword and the sovereign sequence of sovereign snow phoenix also bloomed with dazzling light right now. This sword of sovereign ranks 10th in the top 10 sequences of the sovereign family, and that sovereign snow phoenix is only ranked 7th, not high, but even so, the strength is shocking. Hey, I heard that in the top 5 sequences of the Jun family, there are people with double pupils, and Tianjiao Supreme, who is inherited from the taboo, and is strong enough to guard the sky. Hey, if an ordinary force has one such arrogant, it is enough to be proud, but the Jun family has a total of 10. Not to mention that there is a strange existence like the son of the Jun family, the 0 number sequence, but it hasn't appeared for a long time. This is the background of the ancient family. I can't envy you. Some old antiques of first-class forces are sighing, but also envious. This is the Jun family, the most brilliant, immortal and top-level ancient family. Long Haotian's face was very gloomy when he looked at the Tianjiao of the ancient royal family. He came this time, but he stepped on Jun Xiaoyao under his feet. Now, Jun Xiaoyao is safe and sound, but the people on his side are dying. Indestructible sword body, 10,000 swords return to 1, that the emperor wields the sword to urge his own indestructible sword body, and 10,000 swords aura emerges, sweeps through the void, and finally converges into a sword. Niu Dingtian, the young Tianjiao of Niu Mozhan, was directly divided into 2 halves by a sword, and blood burst out. Ice Snow Lotus, sovereign snow phoenix white jade held in his hand www.readwn.com endless ice mana, gathered into a beautiful ice and snow lotus, looks beautiful, but it seems to contain the power of ice forever. Go with, Jun Xuehuang threw snow lotus at the proud girl of the feather race. Not good. The proud female of the feather race turned pale, feeling the strong chill. She knows that she can't stop it at all. And right here at the utmost point, a figure is like a dragon flying off its shackles. Is Long Haotian. He furrowed his brows, his golden dragon pupils filled with anger. Long Haotian, I really can't stand it anymore. Boom. Long Haotian explores the hand, the majestic mana is surging, faintly condensed into a golden dragon claw. There is a kind of power that tears the world and shakes the universe. It is the superb martial arts supernatural power of the Yuulong nest, the hand of the dragon. Many guests exclaimed. This is an unheard of magical power in Yuulong's nest, and it is extremely powerful. Boom! The golden dragon claws directly grabbed the snow lotus, and then fell on Jun Xuehuang's chest unabated. No, be careful. Upon seeing this, Jun Wanjie let out a low voice. He wanted to rescue, but it was too late. Jun Xuehuang was also slightly surprised. She did not expect that Long Haotian would suddenly intervene. As a dragon in the ancestral dragon's nest, coupled with a full shot, the power of this type of dragon sniper is extremely powerful. Rao is Jun Xuehuang, and it is difficult to dodge. Just when the golden dragon claw was about to blast towards Jun Xuehuang's chest, a figure flashed out at him. Extremely fast speed, blocking Jun Xuehuang's body, golden dragon claws, impartial, directly hit the man's chest heavily. The Son of God. Jun Xuehuang's expression suddenly changed. Chapter 35, Resist the Dragon Hand, Unscathed, Break Long Haotian's Arm. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Boom! A violent collision roar sounded, smoke and dust are everywhere, the sky is shaking. All the guests were silent at the moment, staring blankly at the figure in white that was hit by the dragon interceptor. If Long Haotian's sudden shot was taken off guard, Jun Xuehuang's extremely fast reaction speed is even more surprising. However, what Long Haotian displayed was the supernatural power of the ancestral dragon nest, the dragon sniper. Once this kind of supernatural power is released, even if it is protected by the princely weapon, it will be severely damaged, let alone resist the blow hard. Long Haotian once used this great supernatural power to kill the double-digit top Taoist Qingya. Son of God. Jun Xuehuang's face turned pale at an extremely fast speed, her face pale. If Jun Xiaoyao was severely injured because of her, or if something went wrong, Jun Xuehuang could not be blamed for his death. Because of her importance to the Jun family, it is far less important than Jun Xiaoyao. Brother Xiaoyao. Jiang Luoli's pretty face also changed color. There are also Jiang Ro, Jiang Xingyi, Jun Zhantian and others. Their complexions also change. Now Jun Xiaoyao is the most important core figure of the younger generation of Jun family. If something goes wrong with him, the consequences are unimaginable. Could it be that the 10-year-old banquet of the deity of the Jun family will become a banquet? The legend of the king's son has not yet begun. Is it going to end? Quartet. The faces of all the guests who came to the banquet were frozen. If this is the case, the reputation of the monarch's family will plummet, ancestral dragon nest will become famous. At this moment, the world is dead, and countless pairs of eyes are gathered on the peerless figure dressed in white. Hey, that state, it's not right. The old Taoist heavenly sect said lightly, it stands to reason that if he was hit by Long Haotian's interceptor, not to mention being shattered to pieces, he would at least vomit blood and fly upside down, but Jun Xiaoyao is still motionless, with no expression on his face, has only a pair of pupils that are as deep as an ancient well, with a sense of extreme indifference. Now, everyone noticed something was wrong. Jun Xiaoyao's reaction was so normal that his body did not even move. Is the child supporting it? Some people muttered as they looked at it. However, only Long Haotian himself can feel the state of Jun Xiaoyao most personally. Your physical body. Long Haotian's pair of dragon eyes was full of shock. He bombarded Jun Xiaoyao's chest with one hand, feeling like he had hit a piece of primordial immortal gold. Not only couldn't shake Jun Xiaoyao in the slightest, but his palm was shaking. He is a dragon, the dragon flesh body is unparalleled in the world. This is basically the consensus of Xinyu, but now, Jun Xiaoyao just stood up and let him fight, and couldn't hurt him. How could this be possible? That's it. Jun Xiaoyao tilted his head slightly, although there seemed to be no words of humiliation, but it just made Long Haotian's face flushed and his heart was angry. What's the matter with you? Could it be that you can't hold back your face and forcefully suppress your internal injuries? This is the only possibility Long Haotian can think of. You think too much. Jun Xiaoyao fell, his eyes suddenly shot coldly. He leaned out and grabbed Long Haotian's arm that blasted his chest. 40,000 giant elephant particles erupted in his body at the same time. In an instant, 400 million caddies of force rushed out. Jun Xiaoyao twisted his wrist and tugged fiercely. With a scream, Long Haotian's arm was torn apart by Jun Xiaoyao. The blood soars, the dragon's blood is splashed. Long Haotian retreated violently, clutching the gap of his broken arm, his face pale. He couldn't believe it. Not only is Long Haotian, all the guests are silent. This kind of flip is something that no one has thought of, was born against Long Haotian's dragon-cutting hand. Not only was Jun Xiaoyao okay, but in an extremely vigorous manner, he tore off Long Haotian's arm. Who can think of this? The son of the Jun family has a stable aura, really does not look like an injured one. The old Taoist Tianzong said. Hearing his words, the talents of many forces suddenly appeared, and immediately looked at Jun Xiaoyao, as if looking at a monster. After all, looking at the wild fairy realm, there are only a handful of Tianjiao who can resist the dragon's hand in the ancestral dragon nest. The most important thing is that Jun Xiaoyao did not resist or was injured, but was completely fine. The ancient Eucharist, even if it is imprisoned by the world, it is still terrifying. Many young Tianjiao felt shocked. The Son of God. Jun Xuehuang was also relieved, looking at Jun Xiaoyao's gaze with gratitude. You go back first, leave this loach to me. Jun Xiaoyao said lightly. Yes. Jun Xuehuang nodded respectfully. At this moment, she no longer seems to be the seventh rank of the superior Jun family, but more like Jun Xiaoyao's maid. Long Haotian turned blue when he heard Jun Xiaoyao's words. He was clutching the gap of his broken arm, his eyes showing dread. Until now, if he still despised Jun Xiaoyao, he would really be a fool. Jun Xiaoyao shook his head lightly. Under his skin, there was a faint glow of blue light. Jun Xiaoyao absorbed Xiao Chen's dragon energy, and the dragon scale inner armor could be condensed in his body. In addition to the powerful sacred body, Jun Xiaoyao can block Long Haotian's dragon-cutting hand without injury. He didn't even bother to show the guardian of the underworld an idol's prison guard. Humph, Jun Xiaoyao, although I don't know what means you used to resist this move, it would be too naive if you think you will win. Long Haotian said coldly. From his body, a burst of vigorous vitality suddenly poured out, then everyone stared dumbfounded. The flesh and blood at the gap of his broken arm actually began to squirm, and then a new arm slowly grew. Yu reading www.yuyukeungshu.com. This is all right. Some young Tianjiao gaped their mouths. Is this Long Haotian immortal? No, even if the dragon race is full of energy, it is impossible to sit on the broken arm and rebirth. At least this is impossible for Long Haotian. I see, it is rumored that Long Haotian has merged with a dragon Yuan. Could it be because of the dragon Yuan? Now, everyone suddenly realized that Long Haotian took advantage of Long Yuan's benefit. Oh, Long Yuan. Jun Xiaoyao's eyes flashed. He looked at Long Haotian's gaze, like a hunter staring at his prey. Looking for death. Seeing Jun Xiaoyao's eyes, Long Haotian was very angry. He has always regarded humans as prey. How can humans take him as prey? Boom! Long Haotian struck out with a punch, and the weather was surging with blood. Everyone seemed to hear a dragon chant. A giant dragon phantom, wrapped around Long Haotian's fist, shattering the void, and blasting towards Jun Xiaoyao, that kind of powerful wave, like a real dragon born, fighting the sky. This is another great supernatural power of ancestral dragon nest, and it is the same name as Dragon Sniper, named Dragon Fist. As expected of ancestral dragon nest dragon son, amazing strength. Once Long Haotian took the shot, he calmed down many younger generations. Although they couldn't understand Long Haotian's madness, their own strength really made people speechless. Jun Xiaoyao saw this, a sneer evoked from the corner of his lips. He poked out his hand, pinched the seal, and the golden power was surging. Behind him, there seemed to be a vast figure standing up and down. That is. When many guests saw this, their pupils shrank together. The vast and mighty power made their hair stand on end and their hair horrified. Chapter 36, Long Hao's bottom cards are all out. Sign in 7 stars to reward Supreme Bone. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Jun Xiaoyao explored his hand, pinching the tactics. Behind him, a towering figure stood between the heaven and the earth, like an emperor who suppressed the heaven and the earth. That is the martial arts supernatural power of the Jun family, Ren Wang Yin. An old man said silently, as a barren ancient family, the Jun family has been passed down for countless years, with amazing background, all kinds of martial arts and secret techniques. It is like a sea of smoke. And Jun Xiaoyao, over the years, naturally it is impossible to only practice the martial arts supernatural power of military tactics. Ren Wang Yin is a top martial arts supernatural power that Jun Xiaoyao has practiced. With his enchanting aptitude and understanding, he naturally came at his fingertips and soon succeeded in his cultivation. At this moment, Jun Xiaoyao sacrifices to the king's seal. When is printed, the world is overwhelmed. Wang Shuiying, the man behind it, seems to have the general trend of suppressing the sky of the sun and the moon. Jun Xuehuang carries the king's seal, just like a banished immortal, one seal suppresses the sky and subverts the sun and the moon. And Long Haotian also used his dragon fist. His fist was shocking, illuminating the sky, accompanied by a dragon-shaped phantom, boom. Two people collide with moves, like two big stars colliding, and like meteors colliding with each other. Void tremors, mana fluctuations spread like ripples in all directions. Upon seeing this, Jun Wanjie stretched out his hand. The surrounding void seems to be imprisoned, turning into a cage of heaven and earth, isolating all fluctuations. Holy realm majestic, none of the elders of the Jun family are weak. Old antiques of some forces were startled. The existence that reaches above the holy realm is called the Mighty One. Generally, there is a power of a powerful person in the holy realm, which can become a first-class power, and no one knows how many elders of the Jun family belong to each line. I am afraid that the Jun family does not know. Here, the violent mana fluctuations are restricted, rolling endlessly in the void. Everyone's eyes converge. Cough, cough. There was a sound of coughing up blood, a figure staggered backwards, and it was Long Haotian. His pupils are wide at the moment, his eyes are unbelievable, his fisted arms were all cracked, blood kept flowing down, and the whole arm was trembling. Just before the collision, Jun Xuehuang almost scrapped his arm again. Even if Long Haotian is pregnant with Long Yuan, it is impossible to rebirth endlessly with his broken arm. Your strength. Long Haotian gritted his teeth, and his heart sank completely. He completely underestimated the 10-year-old gentleman's son. Jun Xuehuang is still holding Jane with one hand, while the other is behind him. White clothes, wind, snow, aloof temperament. It seems like a true fairy who does not fall into the world, with a leisurely breath. Doesn't look like it's going through a war at all. It's extremely sacred. You're handsome. Jiang Luoli, this Nizi, looked at DC Haratsi. Jun Xuehuang is in her eyes, okay? Not only her, but also the proud princesses of many forces present are all beautiful eyes. Between the hands and feet, pressed the Yuulong nest dragon child. How many of the younger generation in the world can have such a style? Long Haotian's face was unprecedentedly ugly. He came this time to step Jun Xuehuang under his feet, and to raise the power of the ancestral dragon nest. As a result, now, pretending to be unsuccessful and being slapped. No matter what, I can't lose today. Long Haotian took a deep breath. A terrifying force slowly radiated from his body. With the spread of this force, Long Haotian's cultivation realm has directly broken through from the true spirit realm to a new realm in one fell swoop, God Bridge realm. The monk who reaches this realm will build a divine bridge in his body. Let the Dantian Linghai connect with the divine palace in the brain. The strength is obviously much stronger than the true spirit realm cultivator. I originally wanted to lay the foundation and then break through. Jun Xuehuang, it's all because of you. Long Hao's weather is skyrocketing, his look is terrifying, and his eyes are like a sharp sword. With the help of Long Yuan's power, he officially entered the divine bridge realm. Originally, Long Haotian planned to return to the ancestral dragon's nest to break through with peace of mind after this battle, but now, because of Jun Xuehuang's relationship, he broke through ahead of time. Because they don't break through, they can't beat Jun Xuehuang at all. In this way, Long Haotian's realm will be a little unstable, and it will not be beneficial to his cultivation. It is conceivable that in Long Haotian's heart now, how much hatred he has towards Jun Xuehuang. Originally he just wanted to suppress Jun Xuehuang, but now he even has the heart to kill Jun Xuehuang. True dragon sleepy heaven skill. Long Hao weather is majestic. If the dragon is really frightened, in his body, it seems that there is a fiery core manifesting, exuding majestic power. It's Long Yuan. Long Haotian not only broke through to the divine bridge realm, but also inspired Long Yuan's power. Not only that, but his moves. Is it an attack technique evolved from the supernatural power of the real dragon? Feeling the aura of Long Haotian at this moment, many young arrogances of great powers are chilling all over. If they were replaced by Long Haotian who was facing this moment, let alone fighting, the momentum alone could crush them to death. The real dragon trapping heaven technique should be the attacking magical power evolved from the real dragon's great magical power. It's too scary. Let alone young Qianjiao, even some of the older generations felt a chill. The supernatural power of the real dragon, that is the supreme way of the ancestral dragon nest, is definitely one of the top magical powers of the wild fairy domain. Right now, what Long Haotian displayed was not a real dragon's great supernatural power, but it was also a secondary supernatural power born out of it, and it was also very powerful, roar. A real dragon phantom, entwining Long Haotian, then rises into the air. The scales are thick, the dragon's horns are sharp. www.readwn.com lifting the huge dragon claws, they are rolling towards Jun Xuehuang. Where the dragon's claws pass, the space oscillates like ripples, too strong. The favorites of some forces are trembling, feeling a basin of cold water pouring from head to toe. Ancestral dragon nest Long Haotian, at this moment is invincible. The son of God, that the king wielded his sword, and the two of Jun Xuehuang looked nervous. At this moment, Long Haotian's offensive made them all feel a sense of danger. Brother Xiaoyao. Jiang Luoli was also nervous. Jiang Xingyi's beautiful eyes also showed concern, and Jiang Rou, even Jun Wanjie, who knows Jun Xuehuang's strength best, has a tight palm and is fully prepared. There is a little surprise, he will shoot directly. Nothing about the face of the Jun family is as important as Jun Xuehuang's life. Jun Xuehuang, die. Long Haotian's face was stunned, as if he had seen Jun Xuehuang bloody. This is a bit interesting. Jun Xuehuang's face was pale. Tai landslide is in front of him without changing its color. Just as he was preparing to catalyze the battle of the Eucharist vision, the mechanical sound of the system suddenly rang in his mind. Ding, already at the 10-year-old banquet, did the host sign in? Jun Xuehuang's eyes flashed, and a smile overflowed from the corner of his mouth. I thought the system was malfunctioning, but it just so happened that it came early instead of luck. Sign in. Jun Xuehuang said in his heart, he wants to see what good things he can sign in this time. Ding, congratulations to the host, get a 7-star reward, supreme bone. As the system's voice fell, Jun Xuehuang's chest suddenly glowed, bursting out a breath of horror. Chapter 37, The Power of God's Tribulation Light, tearing Long Haotian by hand, the tiger fath. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In the chest of Jun Xuehuang, there is a gathering of extremely terrifying energy, as if it is a blazing sun. In it, a crystal-clear bone, intertwined with countless complicated Tao patterns, bred out, supreme bone. Among the 3,000 physiques, it is also the top 30 terrifying physique. The so-called 3,000 physiques are not just the king, the god, and the sacrament. Talents such as supreme bones, heavy pupils, congenital Taoist fetuses, Chiqiao Linglong Xian, etc. are all special physiques. The supreme bone, you know by hearing the name, is extremely extraordinary, ranks in the top 30 among the 3,000 physiques. Ranking very high, it can be said that even if Jun Xuehuang doesn't have the ancient sacred body, this supreme bone alone is enough to make him stand on the peak of Tianjiao and sweep the 8 wilderness and Liuhe. 7-star reward, it seems my luck is good. Jun Xuehuang smiled faintly. Jun Xuehuang's change has also attracted everyone's attention. What's going on? The chest of the son of the Jun family is glowing. It's so terrifying, it feels like I'm facing a supreme. I'm about to kneel down. A young Tianjiao had a pale face, fighting with each other. At this moment, Jun Xuehuang's chest, blazing brilliance is erupting, various rune avenues, branding the void. That kind of aura, as if facing a supreme, is daunting. Many young Tianjiao, some of them couldn't bear the horror, they knelt down on the spot. Is that the supreme bone? That the veteran Taoist heavenly sect could not help but exclaim, his old eyes staring like a copper bell. He has cultivated the Tao for many years, and his temperament has precipitated, but at this moment, he can't help but lose his attitude and exclaimed, the son of the Jun family, besides the outside of the ancient saint, there is a supreme bone in his chest. This is so creepy, I can't believe my eyes. The ancient sacred body, the supreme bone, and any kind of talent are enough to make people stand on the top of Tianjiao, and now, the son of the Jun family has 2 physiques with top talents. Who can believe this? Xiaoyao actually has a supreme bone. But don't talk about the outsiders. Even the relatives of Jun Wanjie and Jiang Rou are all looking dazed at the moment. They didn't even know that Jun Xuehuang was carrying a supreme bone, let alone an outsider. Supreme bone, how is this possible? Long Haotian, who was fighting Jun Xiaoyao, felt the shock of the weather erupting from Jun Xiaoyao's chest, and the dragon's eyes stared at him. He couldn't believe it. Lan Qingya had never told him before that Jun Xiaoyao was still pregnant with a supreme bone. You must know that the supreme bone is different from the ancient Eucharist, the ancient sacred body of the wild, known as the tasteless body in modern times, has declined, but supreme bones are still one of the top talented physiques. With just a single bone, you can create an invincible young supreme. What about the supreme bone? Kill you directly. Long Haotian was ruthless in his heart and determined to directly kill Jun Xiaoyao. As for the retreat, he would naturally not be stupid enough to come to Jun's house alone to provoke him. There will be someone behind him to protect him. As long as you can kill Jun Xiaoyao, everything you pay is worth it. Thinking of this, Long Haotian stimulated the power of Long Yuan in his body and poured his full strength into the real dragon trapping heaven technique, the lifelike real dragon phantom. The dragon claws directly tore the air, and the cover pressed towards Jun Xiaoyao. Jun Xiaoyao stood still, with a faint smile at the corner of his mouth. He has changed his mind, and no longer uses the power of the vision of the ancient Eucharist. I want to try the power of this supreme bone. Jun Xiaoyao muttered. He urged the golden spirit sea in his body, and the mana waves poured into the supreme bone in his chest. In an instant, the sky is flaming, and the glory is shining. Jun Xiaoyao's chest, as if a big day appeared, the dazzling divine light shines on the void, shakes the 9 days and breaks the clouds in the sky. All Tianjiao felt horrified, couldn't help trembling, and was about to kneel down, and even some of the older generation of strong people are a little frightened. At this moment, Jun Xiaoyao, who offers the supreme bone supernatural powers, is like an ancient fairy coming to baptize the world with divine power. This dazzling divine light is exactly the first terrifying supernatural power contained in this supreme bone. God Tribulation Light. It is as if God descended from the gods, annihilating the world with gods. This supernatural power is so terrifying that many guests tremble and feel the trembling on the soul level. Many Tianjiao has lost any sense of comparison just by looking at it, can't compare at all. Long Haotian felt this power, and his expression was shocked, entrained in infinite horror. Boom. Extremely stroked collision, the real dragon-trapped heavenly technique and the heavenly calamity light fell together. There is no suspense, the terrifying light that seems to penetrate everything, directly strangling the real dragon phantom, but sweeping towards Long Haotian. Do not. Long Haotian was shocked and urged Long Yuan with all his strength, spreading a layer of light golden scales on his body, and hurriedly evaded. But how can he escape the speed of light? Puff. Long Haotian only dodged half a step before being swept away by God's tribulation. The small half of his body, with one arm, was directly cut open, and the dragon's blood flowed across the sky, splashing the sky. What? Long Haotian's eyes are blood red, and he howls up to the sky. Has he ever experienced this kind of pain? As ancestral dragon Nest Longzi, he has never been the only one to abuse and kill others. No one can threaten him, but now Long Haotian, the small half of his body is cut open. Even if he has Long Yuan, it is impossible to recover in a short time. He looked at Jun Xiaoyao with a little panic already. Jun Xiaoyao's eyes are always indifferent. He urged the idol to restrain the prison force, and the devil's wings stretched behind him. His wings shook, and he fell to Long Haotian's side in an instant, grabbed Long Haotian's remaining arm with one hand, and slammed it again. Blood splashed, accompanied by Long Haotian's roar. Yu reading www.uukangshu.com. Seeing this scene, the audience is dead. The son of the prince's family, tearing the dragon's nest with the ancestor dragon by hand. This is not a metaphor, but a real hand tear. There is a white cloth in front of the king who has no regrets, cramping the ancestral dragon's nest to the supreme dragon, and peeling the dragon skin. After that, there is the Jun family god Jun Xiaoyao, tearing the dragon nest of the ancestral dragon by hand. Is this an ancestral craft? Some of the older generations were stunned. Are the members of the Jun family all dragon-slaying warriors? The tiger father has no dog son, the king's son. Don't fall into the prestige of his father. Many monks sighed in their hearts. The only remaining proud female of the Feather clan looked pale, as if she had lost her soul. Fighting with each other, trembling endlessly. At this moment, Jun Xiaoyao stared at Long Haotian as if staring at the meat on the cutting board. Perceived Jun Xiaoyao's dangerous gaze, Long Haotian's face was pale, he went backwards frantically, and shouted, "Jun Xiaoyao, dare you? What the dare not?" Jun smiled freely, and between his hands, the golden mana was surging like a tide, and he slapped Long Haotian. "Son of the Jun family, let's kill you." Everyone in the audience took a breath. They didn't expect that Jun Xiaoyao really wanted to kill Long Haotian. He is the dragon son of ancestral dragon nest, and even the younger brother of Long Haotian, the first generation of taboo in ancestral dragon nest. If Long Haotian is killed, it will cause a big wave and shake the lonely fairyland. But they still underestimated Jun Xiaoyao's methods. Jun Xiaoyao not only wants to kill Long Haotian, but also extracts the Long Yuan in his body. Just as Jun Xiaoyao started his hand, above Tsangming in the distance, a majestic voice sounded with a harsh tone. "Junior, you dare." Chapter 38, Kill Long Haotian. 18 ancestors shot, 3 swords to destroy the Supreme. You are listening at novelfull.audio. That voice made the universe turbulent, and the world trembled. A terrifying dragon power, the cover is pressed down. In the shocked eyes of all the forces, a huge black dragon claw with muscle knots pressed down from the sky, the dark black scales are shining with cold light, and a claw is put down, and the void is cracked, and the fluctuations are terrifying to frightening. That power, at least it is quasi-supreme. Some of the older generation's powerhouses were shocked. The realm of the Supreme is already standing on the top level of the fairyland. The quasi-superior is the first under the Supreme. Even in some immortal traditions, quasi-supreme is an absolute top figure, and it can be called a foundation-like existence, and now, a quasi-supreme appeared, making Shino amazed. No wonder Long Haotian can be so confident. It turns out that there is someone behind him, so he is naturally not afraid. Some people understood, no matter how arrogant Long Haotian is, it is impossible to come to Jun's house alone, is like the Juanjia Tianjiao. It is impossible to go to the Youlong's nest alone to provoke him. Behind Long Haotian, someone was supporting the road. Great, Elder Youlong has taken action. Long Haotian showed a desperate smile on his face. As long as there is one life left, there is a chance for a comeback. Today's shame may not have no chance to be washed away in the future. What, is it possible that the person who came is the Youlong Supreme from the ancestral dragon nest? Hearing Long Haotian's words, some older monks trembled. Youlong Jizuan is a powerful quasi-supreme in the ancestral dragon nest, and his body is a black dragon. Once he used the quasi-supreme cultivation base to contend with the supreme of the human race. For a while, he became famous and spread all over the 3,000 states in the fairyland. Only later, hidden in the ancestral dragon nest, now reappears in the world. The power still shakes the universe. Juniors, don't be too extraordinary in life. Let's stop today's matter. The Youlong Supreme has an indifferent tone. High above him, it was clearly that Long Haotian wanted to cause trouble first, and he came to Jun's house in vain attempt to step on Jun Xiaoyao under his feet to make him famous. As a result, Youlong Jizuan wanted to take it with him. Of course, what Youlong Jizuan can do now is only to take Long Haotian away, want to kill Jun Xiaoyao at Jun's residence. It's almost no different from Fang Yitan. Don't say that he is only quasi-supreme, even. If the real Youlong's Nest Supreme is coming, he can't kill Jun Xiaoyao in the Jun family's territory. Hearing Youlong Jizuan's words, Long Haotian finally breathed a sigh of relief, but he looked at Jun Xiaoyao with a look of sorrow. For the first time in his life, he lost so miserably. In the end, even the seniors in the family need to pull their faces down to save him. It can be said that Long Haotian has never suffered such humiliation. His hatred for Jun Xiaoyao can be imagined. Looking at Long Haotian's eyes, Jun Xiaoyao's lips raised a sneer and said, "Why, do you want to say that Hedong for 30 years, Hashi for 30 years? Humph, my brother Long Haotian will make you taste a fiasco." Long Haotian said in a cold tone. He didn't dare to say anything about revenge himself. After all, the ancient sacramental body and the supreme bone were too powerful, and he could not deal with it at all. Heh, it's a pity, no matter what, you can't see it anymore. Jun Xiaoyao smiled, and continued to suppress Long Haotian's stunned gaze. Jun Xiaoyao, are you crazy, dare to shoot at me? Long Hao's sky changed and his figure retreated violently. Bold, in the sky, the voice of Youlong Supreme is like thunder, shaking 9 heavens and 10 earths. One of his quasi-seniors spoke in person, and Jun Xuehuang turned a blind eye. Rumbling. The huge dragon claws directly peeked down from the sky. In the void, a lot of rune brilliance flickered, that is the defensive array of the Jun family. It perceives the fluctuation of mana, and manifests itself. Every light in it is enough to make the saint fall, but now, I can't stop the dragon claw that fell from the sky. Where the dragon claw passed, many rune formations exploded. Youlong Jizuan made a move, not to deal with Jun Xuehuang, but to take Long Haotian away. Bang bang bang. The black dragon claws tore through the void, and the formation runes exploded directly. The prestige of the Supreme, as powerful as it is. This. Isn't there any reaction from the Jun family? Feeling this terrible power, many people hurriedly dispersed, and at the same time looked at Jun Wanjie and other elders. Zulong's nest Zunzazan has all shot. Why do they still look so calm? Some caring people have noticed, Jun Wanjie and other clan elders have a cold sarcasm at the corners of their mouths. The powerful quasi-supreme's prestige was pressed down and concentrated on Jun Xuehuang, changed to a normal young Tianjiao, afraid that he would have been suppressed by this coercion and could not move, but Jun Xuehuang turned a blind eye and continued to shoot. He grabbed it towards the void. The spear of the underworld was condensed and threw it directly at the escaped Long Haotian, piercing his chest. Then, using the extreme speed of the demon wings, he raised his hand to pat Long Haotian with lightning speed. Click. A series of cracked bones sounded, making people sore. Long Haotian vomited blood violently, his bones were all shot apart, and he fell to the ground, dying. In the end, Jun Xuehuang stepped directly from the air, blessing the 40,000 giant elephant particles, and directly stomped Long Haotian's chest. Puff. A large mouthful of blood, mixed with broken organs, spit out from Long Haotian's mouth. Even if he is a dragon flesh body, he can't withstand this tremendous force. Long Haotian's eyes burst, with a look of anger, shock, unwillingness, and a hint of regret. Brother, won't let you go. Long Haotian's eyes widened, his words were ambiguous, and he finally broke off his breath and couldn't catch his eyes. Ancestral dragon nest Longzi, fall. And all this just happened in a short time. Even Youlong Jizuan did not expect that Jun Xuehuang would be so decisive. Damn it, an angry shout, shaking for 9 days. Youlong Jizuan, angry. The majestic coercion overturned like a tide, and the earth began to crack, and some of the guests who were affected by the surroundings were directly pressed on the ground. Looking back at Jun Xuehuang, he stands with his hand holding his hand, the fairy and the beautiful face, like an ancient well without waves, as if facing him. It was not a quasi-supreme with the best strength in the world, but just an ordinary person. At this moment, a cold snort came from the deepest part of Jun's house. When did a quasi-senior dare to be presumptuous in my Jun's house? The voice fell. Yu reading www.yuyukeungshu.com. A mighty bright sword light burst from the depths of the Jun's house. The sword glows gleaming, as if reflecting the terrifying scene of the fall of the immortals. The void has directly cracked a black crack. The turbulence of the dark space is roaring with sword energy. A sword swept across, and Youlong Jizuan let out an angry shout. A huge dragon arm, accompanied by dragon blood, fell from the depths of the sky. With a sword, one of the dragon arms of Youlong Supreme was cut off. Everyone is going to blow up their scalp. The power of the sword light is almost like destroying the heavens and the world. It's the sword art of killing immortals, one of the 5 great magic tricks, and the person who shot it is the 18th ancestor of the emperor. Someone exclaimed. 18 ancestors of the Jun family, you are waiting. Tian, Youlong Supreme's voice, with a cold and harsh meaning. Since it's here, let's stay. The voice of the 18th ancestor sounded again. Soon, the sword light of the 2 slaughtering fairy sword arts, once again cut across the sky from the depths of the Jun family. No, do you want to start an immortal battle between the ancestral dragon's nest and the Jun family? In the void, Youlong Supreme's voice carried an unprecedented panic. If the 2 immortal forces really set off an immortal battle, the entire deserted fairyland will fall into unprecedented turbulence. What about the immortal war? My monarch has been standing in the fairyland for countless years, and how have I ever been afraid of anyone? The 18th ancestor's tone is boundless. Puff. Above the sky, two sword lights swept across one after another, the rain of blood is pouring, pouring down. The world cries together, the universe is shaking. A huge black dragon corpse fell from the distant sky like a god. The 18 ancestors of the Jun family, 3 swords kill the ancestor dragon nest quasi-supreme. Chapter 39, Barbecue Youlong Supreme, Refining Dragon Yuan, Hell Furnace. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The world is dead, and everyone is silent. There are hundreds of forces who came to participate in Jun Xuehuang's 10-year-old feast. At this moment, people from these forces have witnessed the fall of a quasi-supreme in the ancestral dragon nest, and this fallen person is not a quasi-supreme who borrowed the namelessness, but an existence that was able to compete with the supreme of the human race. But it was such a powerful existence that was killed by the 3 swords of the 18 ancestors of the Jun family. What is this concept? A quasi-supreme can be regarded as the foundation of the immortal tradition. Even alone, you can create a top orthodoxy, but it is such an existence, like a dog slaughter, killed by the 3 swords of the 18 ancestors. The 18 ancestors of the Jun family, shouldn't they be ordinary supreme powerhouses? A young Tianjiao swallowed deeply. It is rumored that the most mysterious place in the Jun family is the ancestral temple. No one knows how many old antiques are buried in it. Some old people who know a little about the deeds of the Jun family said in a deep tone, the Jun family has been standing in the fairyland for countless years, and it is extremely brilliant, and the background is simply beyond the imagination of ordinary people. Guang is the ancestor buried in the ancestral shrine. Anyone who walks out can make Xianyu shake 3 times with a stomping, not to mention there are rumors, there may be an emperor in the Jun family. In recent ancient times, the last great emperor came from the Jun family, the great Emperor Qitian, the Emperor Qitian, a supreme being who abandoned God. Some old people whispered to each other, their words were full of awe. It's not without reason that the Jun family can be glorious for countless eras in the fairyland. In the sky, there is a rain of blood drifting down, as if sentient beings are in sad songs. The fall of quasi-supreme is enough to provoke visions of heaven and earth. Xiaoyao, after the banquet, come to see me. Deep in the Jun's house, the voice of the 18th ancestor came. Yes. Jun Xiaoyao volleyed his hands. To be honest, the methods of the 18th ancestors also made Jun Xiaoyao amazed, especially the sword art of slaughtering the immortals. In the name of slaughtering the immortals, it is extremely powerful, and Jun Xiaoyao is a little enthusiastic. This top martial art's supernatural power, even if you can't find it in the Jun family martial pavilion, Jun Xiaoyao wondered, after meeting the 18 ancestors, whether he should ask him for the inheritance of the slaughter fairy sword art. Right now, the people of the ancient royal family who came to the Jun's house to provoke are almost wiped out, up to the Youlong Zunzizan, down to the Tianjiao of the ancient royal family. Oh, yes, I forgot one. Jun Xiaoyao raised his eyebrows slightly and looked at the proud female of the feather race who collapsed on the ground and shivered. She was almost killed by Jun Xuehuang before, but in the end Long Haotian made her move, allowing her to survive. But now, seeing such a scene, this proud female of the feather race is so terrified that she was even scared to urinate, and her lower body was wet. She thought that the son of the Jun family must not be Long Haotian's opponent. Now, Jun Xiaoyao tears. The scene of Long Haotian with his hands, playing back like a nightmare in her heart. You also go on the road with them. Jun Xiaoyao's eyes were indifferent. No. No, please forgive the son of the Jun family. Yu Zhu is willing to serve as a slave to the Son of God for life. That the proud female of the feather race kept kowtow and cry. I have to say that some of the ancient royal family, or the demon women, do have charms that the human women do not have. Such as this feather bead, with white wings on the back, crystal clear skin and beautiful appearance. Even if it is put to auction at auction, it can sell at sky-high prices. Jun Xiaoyao said indifferently, being my slave girl, are you worthy? But even if the Suzaku ancient country's emperor worships Yuan, she is only his slave girl, a proud female of the feather race. What qualifications does he have to be his slave? Jun Xiaoyao took a picture. Don't. Yushu screamed, never expecting that in Jun Xiaoyao's eyes, he was not even qualified to be a slave. The last proud daughter of the ancient royal family also fell, looking at Jun Xiaoyao, who was merciless. Some guests wiped the sweat from their foreheads. Jun's family is a bunch of ruthless people, however, even more ruthless ones are still to come, but seeing Jun Zhantian and other clan elders, they directly carried the body of the Youlong quasi-sovereign, was refined with Dao fire on the spot and started roasting black dragon meat. Sai was stunned, everyone was surprised and a little dumbfounded. The corpse of Zulong's nest quasi-zun, used to barbecue. Although for the human race, anything that is not human can be eaten, but this is the flesh and blood of Zulong's nest, who dares to eat? Even in front of these forces, they dare not use their chopsticks. At that time, he was hated by the Zulong's nest, and he flattened these forces in minutes. After all, they are not the Jun family, the Jiang family, the Yi family and other wild and ancient families cannot bear the anger of the ancestral dragon nest. Everyone, please feel free. Jun Xiaoyao smiled lightly, and didn't think there was anything wrong with it. Wow, you can eat dragon meat. The little girl Jiang Luoli cried excitedly. Although she is the jewel in the palm of the Jiang family, it is impossible to eat dragon meat casually, let alone the quasi-superior level dragon meat, and she is backed by the Jiang family, and she is not afraid of revenge from the ancestral dragon nest. Jun Xiaoyao can also eat, but before that, he has one more thing to deal with. He walked to the corpse of Long Haotian, raised his hand, the vast golden mana surged out, and began to extract the Long Yuan from the corpse of Long Haotian. Generally speaking, when Long Yuan is completely refined, it is impossible to extract it, but Long Haotian has not completely digested Long Yuan, so he can still extract it. After a while, a group of golden dragon Yuan was extracted, and it seemed to contain a mini dragon, roaring at Jun Xiaoyao. Can a mere dragon Yuan www.readwn.com still stump my son? Jun Xiaoyao's mouth evoked a cold arc. He raised his hand, and once again urged the idol to restrain the prison. This time it was a different change. A pitch-black furnace emerged from the top of his head, with a terrifying aura of refining everything in the world. What kind of means did the king's godson display? How do I feel that my soul seems to be sucked into that melting pot? A group of young Tianjiao shuddered and feared Jun Xiaoyao. During this year's retreat, Xinxiangzhen prison Jin has made further progress. The strongest attack, with the spear of the underworld, the strongest defense, guarded by the of darkness, the strongest speed, with demon wings. Now, what Jun Xiaoyao is showing is the fourth change of Xinxiang prison power. The strongest refining, furnace, hell furnace, you can refine everything, whether it is used to confront the enemy, or to refine the heavens and materials. It is very practical. The dragon Yuan, with almost no resistance, was absorbed into the hell furnace and began to forcibly refine it. The dragon Yuan is made up of the lifelong flesh and blood essence and rune supernatural powers of a dragon clan powerhouse. Even Long Haotian was barely refining, not completely integrated, but now, Jun Xiaoyao has easily refined it, without any sense of reluctance, and it is even less likely to be blown up. There is no energy yet, capable of bursting the body of the ancient sacrament, and as soon as Jun Xiaoyao refined Long Yuan, his breath rose again uncontrollably, rumbling. Misfortune clouds began to gather in the sky, thunder rolling. Could it be, the king's son is going to break through again? Chapter 40, The Calamity of the Ancient Sacramental Body, 100,000 Thunder Calamity Quenching the Bow. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Jun Xiaoyao was only 10 years old, and he was already a master of the 9 heavens in the true spirit realm, enough to shock the quartet. But now, seeing that Jun Xiaoyao whose breath has risen again, the crowds are all dumbfounded and dumbfounded. Is this another breakthrough? It's not good, is it? The calamity of the ancient Eucharist. Jun Zhantian raised his head and looked at the dark sky, his brows condensed. Ordinary monks, if they break through from the true spirit realm to the bridge realm, there will be no catastrophe, but the ancient Eucharist is different. This kind of physique is incompatible with the world, except for the inherent limitations of 10 shackles. Whenever there is a great leap in the realm of the ancient sacramental body, the heavens will send down the punishment, and the real spiritual realm too. The bridge realm is a big leap. Seeing such a scene, not only Jun Zhantian, but the other guests also noticed. Could it be the tribulation of the ancient Eucharist? Yes, it is rumored that the ancient sacramental body will suffer from heaven when it crosses the Great Realm. Now the son of the Jun family is in trouble. For monks, the most fearful thing is to cross the catastrophe. If you are not careful, you will die, and the success or failure will be empty. As for the physique of the wild ancient Eucharist, the catastrophe induced is even stronger than the ordinary catastrophe. The General Tianjiao may not be able to withstand a bombardment at all. Happy, don't worry, Grandpa and others will protect you. Jun Wanjie and a group of clan elders stood up and exuded the aura of a holy realm mighty person. In the past, there were also some forces who wanted to cultivate the ancient Eucharist, and every time the ancient saint body crosses the calamity, there will be a group of strong men defending the way to help it survive the calamity. However, Jun Xuehuang's fairy and handsome face is as plain as water, and his eyes are calm. Grandpa, no need, just a mere tribulation, let the grandson come alone. Hearing what Jun Xuehuang said, Jun Wanjie and others were all stunned. There are many monks around, their complexions are all solidified. At this moment, thunder tribulation finally turned into a flood of lightning and landed. That terrible robbery is terrifying. Jun Xuehuang stands in the void, his black hair is like silk and satin, flowing divinely and lightly with the wind. The white clothes are like snow, and the clothes are fluttering, like a banished fairy who wants to ride the wind. Jun Xuehuang lifted it up with one hand, and the hell furnace appeared again. The torrent of thunder and lightning fell directly into the hell furnace. In an instant, Jun Xuehuang's body was shaken. In his body, endless golden blood rose up, and a golden phantom of the ancient idol suddenly appeared, carrying a mighty power that suppressed the universe. The elephant's trunk sucked into the sky, and the billowing thunder poured into Jun Xuehuang's body. 100,000 thunder catastrophes, cast my immortal body. Jun Xuehuang not only is not afraid of thunder, but uses it as a means to temper the ancient communion, rumbling. Thunder kept falling, but it couldn't hurt Jun Xuehuang, at most it could only shake him back. It's a monster. The people of many forces looked speechless and could not speak. Which Tianjiao crosses the catastrophe, is not trembling, for fear of falling, and Jun Xuehuang, he used heaven's tribulation as a resource to hammer himself. Hey, it seems that I still underestimated Xuehuang. Jun Wanjie and other clan elders all smiled bitterly and shook their heads. Sometimes Jun Xuehuang's talent makes them feel that Dao Xian is broken, even them feel this way. Those young talents who come to the banquet are naturally in their mood. I feel that I will never be able to catch up with the king's son. Yes, in this world of great controversy, it seems to be the stage for the king's godson alone. Some of the top talents of the big powers all spoke like this, and the Dao Xian began to crack. In the end, Lei Jie couldn't help Jun Xuehuang. Send me away. Jun Xuehuang pushed flatly with a palm. The phantom of the ancient idols looked up to the sky and roared. The thunder fell over the sky, and the dark clouds all over the sky were shaken away. Heaven and earth finally returned to light, and Jun Xuehuang's harvest is also gratifying. First of all, his cultivation base broke through to the divine bridge realm. Not only that, but directly broke into the late divine bridge realm. The realm of God bridge is divided into early stage, middle stage, late stage, and Dzogchen. After reaching Dzogchen, the bridge in the body was successfully built. Then is the return to the same state. The soul and the body are united, and the unity, after that, they are looking for some Dao types, fairy types, etc., and blending them into one's body, which is called harmony. After, there is nirvana, looking for fire, baptizing the temple in the brain, and transforming the true spirit into the soul. After nirvana, his strength soared and reached the heavenly transcendent realm. In the end, the sacred fire is lit to open the stairs leading to the holy realm. God bridge, unity, harmony, nirvana, heaven, sacred fire. This is the mid-term cultivation realm. Go up, it is the class of the holy realm, and Jun Xuehuang, at the age of only 10, reached the late stage of the divine bridge realm, and was already an absolute evildoer. Usually, a Tianjiao of his age still wanders in the divine palace and true spirit realms. Before, Long Haotian was only able to step into the divine bridge realm with the help of Long Yuan's power. In addition to the realm, Jun Xuehuang once again awakened 10,000 giant elephant particles in his body with the help of the power of thunder and the energy of the dragon. In other words, Jun Xuehuang's physical strength now has reached 500 million caddies. This is simply creepy. An ordinary Tianjiao, his physical strength is only a few 100,000 caddies, Rao are the top talents, but they are only millions, tens of millions of caddies. Jun Xiaoyao has a full 500 million caddies of supernatural power. In addition, Jun Xiaoyao discovered that the supreme bone in his chest was also absorbing the power of heavenly tribulation and Long Yuan. It seems that God's tribulation light is not the complete form of this supernatural power. After that, we must find a way to nourish this bone more. Jun Xiaoyao thought secretly, the supreme bone, like the ancient sacrament, has unlimited potential and will always accompany Jun Xiaoyao, but in the same way, these two special physiques are also in great need of nourishment by various natural treasures, is simply two bottomless pits. Fortunately, I was born in a desolate family. If I was born into a small family, Yu reading www.yuukangshu.com would even be struggling with resources, let alone practice. Jun Xiaoyao couldn't help but sigh again that reincarnation is really an art. By the way, I forgot to have the flesh and blood of Quasi-Supreme. Jun Xiaoyao thought. Come on, brother Xiaoyao, eat dragon meat. Jiang Luoli has a beautiful, bright, white forehead. She is very smart and has been observing Jun Xiaoyao. At this moment, she brought a plate of grilled dragon meat and handed it to Jun Xiaoyao, blinking Shulingling's eyes, looking like me very well behaved. Thank you. Jun Xiaoyao nodded lightly. The way he eats is more calm and elegant than Jiang Luoli. I have to say that the quasi-extreme level dragon meat, the life essence is simply amazing. The supreme bone in his chest is also desperately absorbed. Jun Xiaoyao is also looking forward to the day when the supreme bones will transform. Light is God's tribulation light, so powerful. If it is transformed again, how powerful can his supreme bone be? After signing in for the 10-year-old banquet, there will be Yuan Tianjizuan's secret store signing in. It seems that after that, we have to prepare. Jun Xiaoyao said, the rewards for signing in are really rich. The great ancient Eucharist, the idols of the prison, the supreme bone, are all of great help to him. Jun Xiaoyao is very curious, what reward can he get when he sign in the Yuan Tian Supreme Secret Realm? There is Xiao Chen, I don't know if there is any value for me to harvest. Jun Xiaoyao thought, after the 10-year-old banquet, Jun Xiaoyao can finally enter the world and walk in the fairyland. He is also looking forward to this vast expanse of fairyland. In this world of great controversy, I hope I don't make me too boring. Jun Xiaoyao stood with his hands in his hands and sighed to the sky, quite a feeling of invincibility and loneliness.